Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Naveen Ferguson. So glad to have you here. Okay, so this is a tarot card reading channel where I offer full general card readings, sun and moon readings, psychic hit readings, casual readings, and personal readings. For information for all of that is in the description box of my YouTube page below. Also, it's connected to my Patreon page where there are two memberships, the Key membership and the Lotus membership. All the details are in there for your consideration. That's one of the best ways to help support the channel. And I think that's about it. Also, if you like the artwork that you see in the intro, the artist's name and link is in the description box below, so feel free to check him out. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your reading. Capricorn, hi, I hope you're doing well. This is Naveen Ferguson. You've reached the channel. Okay, so this is a general reading for Capricorn for the time frame of August the 5th to the 30th of 2024. Capricorn, of course, to see the full reading, you will have to consider becoming a Patreon member. And if you would like to have all the readings, like full readings, accessible on YouTube, you can help make that a reality by subscribing to the channel and also sharing with others who you'd believe would appreciate what I have to offer, and having them subscribe as well, because once my YouTube gets to 1,000 subscribers or more, I'll be able to create a membership page. But until then, the best way to see all of the all of the readings in full, you'll have to consider becoming a Patreon member. And it is the best way to support the growth of the channel. So we're going to get into your general reading for Capricorn for the time frame of August the 5th to the 30th of 2024. Okay, Capricorn. Interesting. My breath just got taken away by the Queen of Cups. So, Capricorn, it seems like your mindset is in flux. It would seem about a few things. I sense for some of you, and in fact, this could be for all of you, and it could be multiple things, but definitely it feels like a divergence from what you thought you wanted into a new option that you are considering, whether that be in a relational sense, whether that be in a business sense, a career sense, whether that be in a lifestyle sense, a mindfulness. It seems that your essence is in flux. And you're trying to catch your breath on strong emotions or strong epiphanies, like realizations that are confronting you. Some of this confrontation, well, some of this what is confronting you, it's outside of your control. Like you can only go so far in stepping forward, and the remainder of the circumstance is up to other forces. And in some cases, you have full-on authority to choose the direction you decide to go, whether it's leaving a situation, starting a situation. Yeah, it's kind of like, Capricorn, whatever it is that you're involved in or you're about to embark upon, it is taking your breath and causing you to pause and to really reflect on what your true desire is in this circumstance. Do you want to remain on that job? Do you want to really pursue this relationship? Do you want to break off this relationship? Do you want to really, like, is it time to move out of the household to like move into a place of your own? You know, it is a radical change or jump on whatever situation this is. Do you know what I mean? And it's not easy. It is not an easy choice, and you feel that time is of the essence because you're feeling like an open door of sorts, that you need to make a decision in your life at this point, at this present time, whether to put your all into a situation or whether to diverge into an alternative course, whatever the situation may be for you. It's a lot to think about, and I don't necessarily sense that you will get the full dimensions of whatever this is in your life for the time frame of the reading. But moreover, the time frame of the reading may act more as a catalyst to give you advice towards the best decision that you might consider to lean upon. Okay? And perhaps some reflection on how to go about it. Further clarification. Yeah, the King of Wands. For some of you, this is definitely some type of relational aspect. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the King of Wands. And right off the bat, they're looking at different directions, if you're noticing this. I sense in an aspect, the Queen of Cups wants more of a commitment. The King of Wands, whoever they may be, is not as readily tied, and they may be a bit more carefree. I'll put it like that. And it's just something that you don't know if you truly need or should continue holding out your cup of love in anticipation for a more amiable conclusion. And this could be relationship, it could be business in a partnership of sorts. Sometimes even in business, one has to consider where you may want to go into in the direction of business, and where the partnership may be diverging to two different goals or two different scenarios. Sometimes time brings a level of shift and change, and it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing, you know? This could be even in the household, whereby there could be more of an authority aspect, and where you realize in order to find your own bearings in life and your own identity, you have to leave a situation. Okay? And that could be in any number of scenarios. I'm just giving you some examples. Okay? If you want to stay in a situation and try to fix it, that's one aspect. And another aspect is showing here, it may be better for you to perhaps seek an alternative solution. And I could see why the breath came out of you, because it is a hard decision, and you were reflecting upon storm clouds and clearing the air of sorts. And it's not just physically in the situation, it's mentally, it's in your heart space. Some of you, Capricorn, it is the reverse in a certain respect, whereby you have more of a passion to move forward with an understanding, but the alternative are kind of can make up their mind, or they could be stuck in a fantasy that has no bearings in reality. And what I'm sensing is that it continues to move on a cycle that repeats the same thing, expecting a different measure. And you're here as the King of Wands. Notice the reverse is happening. And you're here as the King of Wands, wanting to bring out more passion, more adventure, more play. Still moving into more expansive grounds, and not wanting to settle in a situation that doesn't seem to ever improve, or lacks a zest that you believe that you want out of life. Okay? And again, that could be relationship, that could be relationship, that could be business wise. You know, you may want to expand more, adventure more, seek more. You know, that could be a friendship. You know, that could be a family dynamic, whatever, wherever it resonates with you in this regard. But that's what I'm feeling. So it's a pivotal change that may need planning. Now, in this sense, where some of you may want to consider and talk, whether it's business or relationship or whatever have you, the conversation may be very, very, how would I put this? One would be more dominant per se than the other, whereby the other is trying to speak in levels of terms of like a type of compromise, when the other may be very affirmed on how they want to go. And for something like that, therapy may be needed, counseling of sorts. It would just be a hard battle, is what's coming through. It's not impossible, okay? But is it something that you want to go through? You understand? So yeah, Capricorn, whether this is in business, in your own heart space, so some of you want to, yes, thank you, universe. And the other aspect that's coming through is like some of you want to transform into a more vibrant personality. And it's like finding the courage within yourself in which to transform. And that takes planning in certain respects, because sometimes I'm sensing your environment that you live is not conducive, or your job aspect, or the tone of people in your social community, it's not supportive. And it's just something that you really have to consider, how you may want to go about changing your world, your life, into a more exciting and dynamic way of being. Notice all the scenarios that were brought towards you. This is a general reading, but it's like all of those, what's happening, Capricorn, it is a pivotal juncture that you're in your life right now. I'm not necessarily saying anything against or anything untoward your stability and your finances and the practicalities of life. It seems that that is reasonably stable, and you're growing and you're developing and you're dealing what you need to live, you know? But when it comes to that zest, that connectivity, that those other aspects which makes life living, it is a pivotal juncture where you're trying to make certain decisions. And these are just the advices that's coming through for you to consider moving forward. Further clarification, thank you, universe. Wow, 2 cards. Oh gosh, now we see what's happening here. Yes, we already know it's going to take a lot of strength and perseverance, and whatever decision, wherever you fall into these scenarios, that you may need to do. And yeah, you have a lot of worries, a lot of anxieties, sleeping in certain respects, even dealing with the walking day-to-days. Just understand that some of those scenarios that you, like the worst case understanding that you think about, you plague yourself with. Ultimately, you control your life. You reasonably control your life. You can't control everybody else, but you can control yours. And the anxieties that you find yourself in, some of those are definitely irrational, but some of those that are there, that persist, the universe wants you to know that, unfortunately, it is because you decide to stay in the situation. Nothing is going to change unless you decide to change the situation. And that takes strength. Okay? And the universe is letting you know that you have strength. But you have to claim it. You have to decide to move forward in your strength and do what is best, what you decide upon in your life, and make the change. Okay? I hope that's making sense. The universe said take another card, this card right here. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. It would be a brand new investment into your life, which would almost, I wouldn't say starts over, but it is a new format of investing on what is needed and what is required. That could be into that new lifestyle. That could be into that new business by yourself. That could be separating and going on your own on whatever situations that is. Okay? But it will give you a liberating, kind of freeing aspect towards starting something. Okay? And again, if you want to stay in the situation and try to work through the situation, it's going to still require a level of starting investment in which to try to deal with that situation. It's going to change or cause a format. You are changing. Either way, you're changing. Okay? And the investment coming through, or what you would be, investing, would either be the investment towards change, like leaving a situation and transforming into another direction in life, in whatever circumstances is, or changing who you are while still being in the situation on which to become stronger, more independently founded, so that you are not overtaken by the scenario you find yourself in. Okay? Again, this is definitely something that will take a certain aspect of time, but there is something that you have to decide upon. And the investment with the Page of Pentacles doesn't necessarily have to be just finances. The Pentacles is like that physicality, okay? So it could be investment and change into your wardrobe, in the way that you physically interact with a situation, okay? It could be in the framework of living, okay? Your dwelling, as it were, or your time, So that is literally the best I could say to this, because I do sense that this is not an overnight thing. Okay? So what's coming through is some strong advice on how to consider navigating this process. So let us continue. Let's see what else is happening in this timeline of the reading. And we have the Lovers. Yeah. So definitely some of you, this is definitely dealing with a romantic understanding. You might have to really consider that relationship or relationships. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be with family. It could be with friends, your social community, the certain business connections, even, and wondering if this is worth keeping on and going forward with, supporting, or should you really look into the love affair for yourself, and self-preservation is what's coming through, and the balance of yourself in the situation. Okay? It is really affecting your aura in the sense of identity. Further clarification. Yeah, see what I mean? This is the Five of Cups. There's a lot of spilled cups right here, and it's showing you've tried, you've tolerated, you've allowed back, or you've went back to. There's back and forths, and it's just the same cycle, bringing a level of pain. Now you could still persist, and there could be these golden cups available for you towards a dynamic change. That's one scenario. And for some of you, it's the scenario to accept the spilled cups, understand that the water can't go back into it, learn from the pain and the understanding of it all, turn around and see that there's better opportunity in wait for you. Okay? And I do sense a lot of epiphanies coming here. It's like what I'm saying to you is going to be resonating for who it needs to resonate for. And if it resonates strongly with you towards consider the aspect of leaving, then that's for you. If it's for staying and working it out, then that's also for you. Further clarification. Thank you, universe. Yeah, see, justice. Whatever situation you found yourself in, it was not fair. It was not balanced. Some of you, I sense the relationship, the give and take, it was not balanced. Okay, the business deal is not balanced. Your time management, your calendar system, your family dynamic, whatever the situation is, the friendship, it's not balanced. And the universe is trying to bring justice into your life, but it's not going to like throw it in your face. You have to decide. You have to choose that you deserve better. Okay, and even in this understanding, Capricorn, to choose better, you can actually stand your ground in the situation and say, I demand better. Otherwise, this is going to happen, and see where that may lead. And for some of you, it's leaving and deciding better for yourself. Accepting the spilled cups, accepting that certain people and situations or businesses or whatever the situation is the way it is. And you need to now do something better for yourself. Okay? Universe said take this card. Thank you, universe. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is truly taking an insight into what do I deserve? What is my quality? What am I worth? Taking the value of what you truly are, what you have brought to the table. Is it appreciated? Should you take your investment elsewhere? She's taking a firm look of who she is, her worth. Okay? Because clearly your essence may not entirely be taken in the best possible light, or people are taking you for granted in certain respects. You are taking a firm look of what your life is now, where you want to go, and should you take your investment with you? That's investment again of finances, time, self, the physical aspects of who you are, that voice, that speaking, that helping, that shoulder to cry on, whatever the situation is, that business savviness, maybe you be not being paid what you're supposed to be paid, whatever the situation is for you. Is taking a strong look. That's what she does. The Queen of Pentacles, she really looks at this investment. She asks the question, is it worth it? She knows her quality, and she's not going to stay in a scenario where it's unfair. Okay? Whew. Okay, Capricorn. Let us continue. What is the latter card saying? And we have, the Four of Swords. What's coming through is that sleep, rest, recover, reflect on all that has been said. Further clarification. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's all I felt from the Four of Swords. It's that reflect, sleep, recover, rest, get back into your framework of right mind. It's a lot to reflect upon. And it is followed by the major arcana of the epiphany of that type of energy, temperance. This is patience, reflection, really taking it all in, considering the whole process and making the move in time and whatever decision that you decide to do. And understanding that whatever this is, it will take time. It will take time for you to move on, or it will take time for you to fix and help the situation, however it falls in with you. Okay? It's going to take firm hands on certain parts, hence the strength card and the justice card. Some of you may have to go to your boss or the corporation or the partnership and say, hey, I deserve more, I deserve better, or speaking to your family member, say, hey, I need to really branch out now, be in my own, build my own kingdom, build my own life. It could be in that relationship saying, hey, this is not working. The time is not shared equally, maybe in the family or whatever the situation is for you. It's going to take a little bit of time in whichever direction that you go. but you must reflect. You must rest, get your clear-mindedness, and understand it's going to take time. Okay? Further clarification. No, discard. Thank you, universe. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. For some of you, there has been an outside force saying that you deserve better, and they want to help you towards leaving a situation. For some of you, this is that other understanding coming in and apologizing and saying, hey, you've taken such a stance with me, being very patient with me, and I want to know how we can work this out. Okay? That's for some of you, definitely. And for some of you, this is you just getting on your horse and loving yourself and leaving the situation, or asking better in the situation for yourself and everyone else involved. Loving yourself enough to do something about it. Capricorn, we're going to get into your extended. And the extended is going to hit over the 2 pillars, and we're going to get a bit more insight. Okay, of course, it's going to come with clarifiers, and we're going to look at your crystal card and your 2 angel messages for the reading as well. So let's see what's happening here with your extended. Yeah, King of Cups. This is literally you, because you had the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. This is the type of energy that's required for both of these pillars right here, especially. The King of Cups is balance. He's calm. He's understanding. He's empathetic. He's patient with himself. He's patient with the scenario. And he comes towards a clear-minded understanding that is best for everyone involved. Sometimes it is tough love, but it's also self-preservation. Okay? It's also letting certain things go. See this ship going and the sea going. That ship is not coming in. That ship is going. Okay? Sometimes it's letting certain things go. Sometimes it's vibrating with that bowl right there at a different frequency. Higher dynamics, calling something better in. Okay? It's accepting who you are, the scenario involved. Okay? What is for you will be for you. And what is not for you, let it go. Okay? This is coming into the scenario with peace, understanding, and a willingness to see what is the best outcome for everyone involved. Not just you, but everyone. Further clarification.
Okay, that has been your reading. So excited. I really do hope that it was helpful, that it edified you, gave you some encouragement, some good advice on which to navigate whatever it is that you're dealing with right now and going through. I'm really wishing you all the best. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, consider becoming a Patreon member. It really does support the growth of the channel. So much things I would like to bring forth to you. Yeah, I think that's it. So stay great. Bye.